You're strapped to a wooden stake in the heart of Paris. Flames licking at your feet like hungry demons. It's 1314, and the crowd jeers as the fire climbs higher, your white mantle with the red cross charring black. You've confessed to spitting on the crucifix, worshipping idols, and worse, under torture that broke stronger men. But here's the kicker. None of it's true. You're a Templar Knight, sworn protector of the faith. And now you're barbecue for a king's greed. Fun way to end a holy life, right?
Wrong. Let's rewind to how you got here, because your story starts way before the smoke.
You're 13 years old in 12th century France, the second son of a minor noble scraping by on a muddy estate. Firstborn gets the land, the title, the easy life. You're expendable cargo. Your parents whisper about the Knights Templar, those legendary warriors in shining armor, guardians of the Holy Land. Sounds heroic, like tales from the minstrels, but reality? It hits like a mace to the gut. One crisp morning, your father bundles you onto a horse with a sack of bread and a pat on the back. "Make us proud," he says, eyes avoiding yours. Your mother's tears soak your tunic as you ride off to the nearest Templar preceptory. No choice, no goodbye party. You're donated to God, or so they say. Deep down, it's just one less mouth to feed. The road stinks of horse sweat and regret, and your stomach knots tighter with every mile. Little do you know, this holy calling is a one-way ticket to hell on earth. You arrive at the stone fortress, gates creaking like old bones. A grizzled sergeant sizes you up, scrawny arms, wide eyes, and smirks. "Fresh meat," he grunts. "Welcome to squire life, kid. No glory yet. You're basically a glorified stable boy. Dawn cracks and you're up before the roosters, mucking stalls, polishing armor till your fingers bleed. The Templars don't coddle. They break you down to build a warrior monk. Your first lesson? Obedience. Spill a drop of water while serving the knight's meager meal. Bread, water, maybe some salted fish, and you get the switch across your back. Poverty, chastity, obedience, they chant. Poverty means no personal stuff. Everything's communal. Chastity? Forget girls forever. Even glancing at a woman could get you expelled. Fun teenage years, huh? You sneak peeks at village maids during errands, heart racing, but guilt slams down like a divine hammer. The vows loom. But first, survival. By 15, training ramps up. You're handed a wooden sword heavier than you, practicing thrusts till your shoulders scream. The masters drill you. Mount a horse in full chainmail, 60 pounds of rattling iron without stumbling. Fall off? Do it again. Bruised ribs be damned. You learn the crossbow, the lance, the mace, tools for God's work. But it's not just muscle, it's mind games too. Prayers 7 times a day, matins at midnight, prime at dawn, on and on. Kneel on cold stone till your knees throb. No talking during meals. A brother reads scripture while you chew silently. Laugh too loud? Penance, fasting, or flogging. At night you whisper to fellow squires, sharing dreams of glory in Jerusalem. But doubt creeps in. Is this piety or prison? One night a runaway squire's caught and whipped raw. His screams echo, "Don't end up like him." You swallow hard, vowing to endure. Because quitting? That's heresy. And heretics burn. At 18, initiation day. You've bulked up, scars mapping your skin like battle lines. In a dim chapel, you kneel before the master, sword on your shoulder. "Do you vow poverty, chastity, obedience?" he booms. You nod, voice steady despite the terror. They drape the white mantle over you, red cross blazing, a symbol of purity and blood. You're a full Templar now, elite among elites. No backing out. Desertion means death. The order's your family, your life. You ship out to the Holy Land, seasick on a creaky galley, praying not to puke on your vows. Jerusalem's walls rise like a mirage, dust choking the air. Pilgrims flock, bandits lurk. Your job's to protect them. First patrol, ambush in the hills. Arrows whistle, swords clash. You charge, heart pounding, lancing a Saracen scout. Blood sprays hot on your face. Victory tastes like iron and fear. Back at base you tend wounds, pray over fallen brothers. But hey, perks. The order's rich. Donations pour in. Land, gold, from grateful kings. You don't own it personally, but the power? Intoxicating. You're 25, a seasoned knight in the blistering sands of Acre. The Second Crusade's raging, and you're the tip of the spear. Templars lead charges, never retreating unless outnumbered 3-1. Rulebook says so. You gallop into battle, banner high, war cry shaking the dunes. Deus vult, God wills it. Swords sing, shields splinter. You fell enemies, shield pilgrims, even run the first banking system. Deposits safe in Templar vaults, checks cashed across continents. Jackpot, right? Wrong. Wealth breeds envy. Back home, kings borrow heavy, then squirm under the debt. In the field, life's brutal. Dysentery from bad water, arrows piercing mail, brothers dying in your arms. You bury them shallow, cross-marked stones your only goodbye. Nights, you stare at stars, questioning, is this God's plan or man's madness? Rumors swirl, secret rites in the order, hidden treasures. You dismiss them, your faith's ironclad. But doubt's a sneaky bastard, whispering in the dark. By 30, the tide turns. Saladin retakes Jerusalem in 1187. Your brothers slaughtered at Hattin. You survive the siege, barely, limping back to Europe on a leaky ship. The order relocates to Cyprus, then France. Grand castles, vast estates. You're a commander now, overseeing recruits, managing loans to nobles. Power flows like wine. But so does resentment. King Philip IV of France eyes your coffers, drowning in debt from wars. Whispers grow. Templars worship Baphomet, spit on the cross, kiss in forbidden ways. Bullshit, but dangerous bullshit. You laugh it off at first. Holy warriors, heretics, hilarious. Until Friday the 13th, 1307. Dawn raids. Royal agents storm your preceptory. You're dragged in chains, accused of sodomy, idolatry, treason. The Pope's puppet, Clement V, nods along. Torture begins, rack stretching your joints, hot irons searing flesh. Confess, they scream. You hold out, days, weeks. But pain wins. Broken, you admit lies. Retract later. But it's too late. Brothers burn at stakes. Order dissolved. Your wealth? Seized. Your honor? Ashes. You're 40. Rotting in a dungeon, body twisted from torment. Philip's purge claims thousands. Grandmaster Jacques de Molay curses him from the flames. You escape execution somehow. Maybe recant just right. But freedom? It's a joke. Hunted, branded heretic, you wander incognito, mantle hidden. The Order's secrets, buried gold, lost knowledge, haunt you. Did you guard the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant? Rumors say yes, but truth's buried with your brothers. Age creeps, joints ache from old wounds, faith fractured. You die alone in some abbey, whispering prayers to a God who let this happen. Your legacy? Myths, conspiracies, Friday the 13th superstitions. Not the hero you dreamed, but a ghost in history's shadows. So, you outlasted Crusades, dodging arrows and infidels, only to be torched by the very kings you bankrolled. But as the flames fade, and your ashes scatter on the wind, what's left? A life of iron vows and broken faith. A mantle that promised glory but delivered graves. You were the shield of Christendom, a banker in armor, guardian of secrets that could rewrite history. The Grail, the Ark, whispers of power buried in forgotten vaults. Yet here you are, reduced to a cautionary tale, a ghost haunting Friday the 13th folklore. Regret sinks in like rust on your sword. All those battles fought, brothers lost, for a betrayal sharper than any Saracen blade. Was it worth it? The purity you chased, The obedience that changed you, gone, leaving only echoes of what could have been. A holy warrior turned heretic in history's cruel twist. Ponder that as you fade. One man's faith, another's fortune.